You know, I worked as a nurse for 20 years and as a holistic therapist for 10 years, only to come to realize that the one thing that's missing in our life is science, real science. We have businessmen who have controlled the marketplace, and they have controlled the marketplace with toxic ingredients that should only be used on industry or in cars. They have plied it off to on humans, and they have advertised and they have sold, they've sold products with maybe a baby on the front or a flower on the front or a herb on the front, and advertising has supported them. Media, and the thing about it is the law has supported them because there is no law against this. That is where the problem is. So they can sell any of these industrial chemists can sell anything to anyone, whether they're pregnant, whether they're a baby, whether they're a man or a woman, without fear of being prosecuted. Now the tables have turned, and now we are, well, I suppose from my perspective, I'm helping to educate customers and to support them as they make a transition from businessmen to scientists. We have scientists now, we're working directly with scientists, and we are bringing real science. So we're replacing anything that's on the marketplace, we're just getting rid of it, and we are bringing science in. But anyway, we have to know the base. If you don't know where the problem is, you won't know where the solution is. So this was something that was brought to my attention by a world-leading toxicologist who studied all of this, and it blew my mind. I actually gave up nursing to do natural therapy, holistic therapy. I gave up, excuse me, I gave up holistic therapy in order to do holistic health from a customer and consumer point of view. I do this myself, and all I do is just teach other people to do it and teach them where the danger is and where to find the solution. But anyway, this is very basic. This was a short list that was given to me to hand out to the public as to the potentially harmful ingredients found in common personal care. We say potentially from science, because we can't say that if you put something on the skin, it has done the damage. What does the damage is the ongoing everyday assault to the body via the skin. These chemicals absorb into the skin because the skin is highly absorbable, a bit like a blotting paper, and goes into the blood, and from the blood then that's where it causes hormonal damage. So we need to look after our hormones. We need to look after the hormones of a woman and a man. We need to look after both men and women so that the baby is born and has no hormones in their blood, because these hormones and these chemicals have the potential to pass from the blood through the placental wall and into the baby. So we need now clean industry, and that's what we're doing. Sustainable clean industry. We are going back, and we are being, I suppose, woken up to. Anyway, these are some of the common ingredients that are in the product. So you can go and you can look yourself. Well, of course, alcohol. Alcohol we know alcohol is toxic, shouldn't be put on your body, or it shouldn't be drank. Now we'll go to some of aluminium is a very common one, because aluminium is used in a lot of underarm deodorants, and aluminium has been linked to Alzheimer's disease because the aluminium can penetrate the skin. And also, if it's used under the arms, it can block the lymphatic duct that protects the breast area in both men and women. Tallow fat, there are some fats that are very, very toxic, but it's hard. That can be found in food as well. Now, dioxins can be a potentially cancer byproduct as well, and anyway, dioxins are they're pretty horrific. But you can look at the back of your back. If you don't believe me, you can look them up, or you can look at the toxic effect on the back of the bottles. You'll see it's different on the back than on the front. You might see the flower on the front or the herb on the front, but you have to look at the ingredients, and this will give you some indication, some little bit of assistance, because after all, we are not toxicologists. We have to actually go and have evidence from the scientists. Formaldehyde is a highly carcinogen product. And this is a product that can be found. I know when I was reading the back of the bottles 25 years ago, I found this on the back of a bubble bath that I was using to wash my own child. We used to use formaldehyde when I was nursing. We used to use it to sterilize the scissors and instruments that couldn't be put into water. And they were put into formaldehyde. And the gas and the fumes that came from that when we opened the top of the container was just horrific. Never mind putting it on somebody's skin or into somebody's bubble bath. The other thing, mineral oil, of course, mineral oil, it's a derivative of petrochemical. All these products, petrochemical, should not be put on the skin. It is very destructive to the hormones. Now another one. This here is one that we need to look at as well. It is propylene glycol. It is something that is found in antifreeze. And why is that on skin? Or in mouthwashes. Very destructive, very harmful to put into the mouth, because the mouth you can absorb a lot of any fluid that goes into the mouth. And so it's this is another one here. Well, most people who are health conscious are very aware of this. Sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate, because one is an engine degreaser. It should only be used on garages, dirty, greasy garages. It should not be used on our head. Our hair is not greasy. Our hair should be oily. We should have natural oils in our hair, so that when we wash our hair, we should leave the oils behind, clean the hair, but leave the oils behind. But in the case of these sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate, they strip the hair of their oils. They damage the skin. A lot of people get skin problems, scalp problems. They get dandruff. The skin dries out, and they should. Anyway, we don't use these. Anyway, and the other one then, of course, is talc. Talc is used in a lot of cosmetics. We say it may be harmful because if it's used over a period of time, it has the potential to cause, I suppose, potentially to cause cancer. So we want to remove cancer. We're becoming very aware as customers. And I suppose the best thing what we're doing is we're customers, helping customers, supporting customers. Now, so that's just very basic. So I hope this helps anyone that's looking for information. And so we can support people by making sure that when we provide people with the solution, we just replace all these things and we provide them with scientific products that work on the whole body. I'm interested in whole health. If you put something on your hair, it should protect your hormones and protect your blood and protect your scalp and protect every part of you. It's the same as when you put, if you put your child into a bubble bath, you should be able to protect your child's immune system. All these things, or a man as well, men are the same. So it's all about awareness and protection and building our health so that we can have whole health and wellness.